Back to work. Cutting the rest of the roof sheet, or cutting the only roof sheet that gets cut. I just turned my sheet over, and it had my marks on it. God dog. All right, I'll have to put it back real quick.
What an idiot.
No, I turned it over because it was starting to bow all up on the edge. When it started doing that, all you have to do is flip it back over, and then it started straightening up. Yeah. That's something I deal with all the time. Those doors right there start going fast. As soon as you cut them, get them off the ground. Every time. You don't have problems with doors. We want the doors to be especially flat when we put them together, so they're especially like not hard. You know? We're not trying to make it harder on ourselves with bowed doors because we were stupid and let them sit there and bow all up. It's also one of the places the customers start looking at it, and they cock their head sideways when they look at it. They're like, huh? I'll be like, and then you go, We don't like that scenario.
I'm assuming you've had it happen before?
Huh?
I'm assuming you've had it happen before?
Well, I mean, it is what it is. The doors are freaking bowed. I had to lift it up. Remember how I said it was bowed up? Well, it's still bowed that way. It made it rise to the center, even my foot there. I had to lift it up, put my fingers. I already knew stepping in the middle wasn't solving the problem. I had to put my fingers under it. I knew it was going down that way. I seen that. Seen it come, man.
I saw that, not I seen it.
Man, I be saw it.
Oh my God, stop.
Alright. This is kind of a backward cut for me because I don't like cutting this way, but this is the piece I'm saving. I want it to be accurate. So I'm cutting with the saw on top of it. On the right side of the line with the blade, on the line with the front. I revved the saw up when I repositioned myself, so the blade's not running full speed. I have more control over it. By how hard I push on it, I have control over when it stops, slows down, starts going back the right direction. That's why I do that. More accurate cutting. When I was cutting back there and the blade kicked out, it did that because I let the saw stop turning enough RPMs to keep cutting. The blade stopped cutting and one of the teeth dug in. I let the speed of the saw get down too low. And that's why it did that. Alright, we're on to, that's all the pieces of
What about that one?
Okay. Not gonna work me like a dog. One more mark on the saw, on the right hand side, the opposite side of the blade. No saw.
Okay, now you got it.
I had a tool tip and I freaking forgot it. Oh well. You figure it out the hard way. You'll be alright. Who's that? What do you think?
You're done. Yeah.
Alright, we're cutting framework now. I like my saw set all the way, as deep as I can get it usually. It gives you a more accurate cut in my opinion. And I'm actually considered pretty good with the saw. But it gives you more accurate cut. You could have more, the further you go down the blade, the more of the blade diameter you get down into what you're working on, you know? You know, that deep, it's only a couple inches. From there, that's almost the middle. That's like 7 inches almost, 7/4 blade. More accurate.
You propped it up too, the board.
Yeah, I know I propped it.
Oh, yeah.
There. All right, I propped it up. I'm only propping up one end. The way I usually tend to cut, I like one piece. Some guys cut and they let stuff bind. A lot of people, when their saw kicks out on them, it's because they're not holding it right. They're not letting something just drop off the edge. If you're not familiar with saws, this is the easiest way to have success without the saw kicking out and scaring you heavily. You know? Other guys that are good with saws, they let it bind sometimes, but they know how to do exactly what they're trying to do with it. But that's not a good way to show people that don't use a saw on a regular basis. You know? I cut a little bit different than most people. Most people will I can run my saw like this if I want to, but I don't like to. And I'll do it on the blade. Cut on the other side of my mark. I'm on the big piece. If anything, don't let your saw fall that way. Fall to the left. Pull it to the left if you got to. If you feel it trying to bow down. Going that way will cause a bind. Alright, but here's well, on these I can't do it. If it was a straight cut, normally I would start like this. Pull the guard up. I had this side all the way down. I had the blade almost touching the front and then just lean back. But can't do that with these because they are at an angle. So I'm just going to cut these like this. It's easier right now. Oh, except for my guard's broken. I got to actually, if it goes down too far, I can actually hold this up and make it work. And it's just easier to keep doing like that with your pieces. Also, with the blade set all the way down, I did hit the grass back there. It's kind of grass here for feet. But keep in mind, you got a blade coming out the bottom of your board also. Well, I do that.
So you can do that.
So I can do it again. I don't need that. Hold up, man. I think I need that. For the record, when you saw me cutting right then, you saw me start like 3 or 4 times. I couldn't get it straight, but trying to turn it after it's cutting and curve back into it is a good way to make it bind, and it doesn't work well anyway. You're better off backing up a little and getting a good head start and getting the right direction the second time, or the third or fourth time like I just did. See how I'm holding the saw up? I was trying not to do that a little bit. Saw how I dropped? I had the end of the saw on there. Alright, this is our rear piece. It's special because it has that double angle, that's all. Actually, I was holding the saw up like that some too because that got my guard over top and I didn't have to pull it back. And it's easier just for me to step on this one. Alright, this time I'm going to hang out on top of this even more. Get that out the way. I'm going to pull these over and sit them on top good. Like that. Reason for that is halfway through I'm going to stop and let that saw build up a lot of RPMs. So I'm going to zip right through the very end and not damage anything. Have clean looking work. Now, it don't matter what side of the line you cut on, whatever's easiest for you. But at least on this. And I'm throwing them right over there, just to get them out of the way. And I'll probably move down that way in a moment. Did you see I cut a little bit too deep and it's tried to bind on me? Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
You did notice that?
Yeah.
Good. Come on, wake up. That's where I'm at.
Oh no, you're using the other one before. I don't know what. Weird.
And I really didn't like the way it fell down. I could have bound up that time. Because it was already touching the ground by the time it was cut all the way. So I'll be cutting like that with one free falling piece, at least one of these 2x4s, or 5 foot dropping off of it. You see that I'm not having any kind of problem with the saw binding.
Right.
Good, kick it in. You know you want to.
I'm gonna kick it and pass it to you.
Pause.